I'm going to install a track-powered flashing end-of-train light today. And to do it, I'm going to need an Illuminated Models AL02 rear red flashing light circuit. And the LED is also in here. They used to supply the pickups to go against the wheels to pick up power, but I noticed that it's not in this kit. But I happen to have some phosphor bronze in a 1mm by 12-inch length, so I can use this to contact the wheels and pick up current. I also need a lamp, and I have a couple choices here. These are Bachmann lamps that you can buy as spare parts from Peter's Spares or other places. And these are spring-side models. These are metal. They're a little bit harder to drill, but not that hard. I think I'm going to use these on this particular model. And to drill it, they have a little jewel. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little jewel there. You'll have to pop that jewel out, and then you drill down into the little cavity that the jewel was in. It's not too hard. And to hold it, I just have a little block of wood where I've chipped out a little indent, and I'll set that piece, once I get it off the sprue, set the piece down in there and drill into that. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. For this, I have chosen my weed control train. I have two of these, and this one goes in the back. I'm going to hide the tail light circuit in this. I'm going to pop it off. I had them glued on so that they wouldn't fall off. They're three separate pieces, and they fall off if you just set them on there. I'm going to have to cut into this and make an opening for the circuit board. We'll need a place to hide the circuit board, so I opened up a little pocket in the bottom of the one of these modules. So let's drill out one of these. Well, at least we got the hole in there. It was more difficult than I remembered it. Now, these are easy because they're plastic or some sort of very soft material, and they drill out very easily. Now it's time to open the package. The LED that comes with it is very, very small. Surface mounted, pre-wired, ready to go. The leads are nice and long. What we're going to do is we're going to mount this LED facing backwards, which means we have to bend it very carefully so that we don't break the wires off of it. And glue it into the back of this lamp. I've got it in position and I'm holding it till the glue sets up and trying not to glue my fingers together at the same time. It has happened in the past. Okay, so that little operation is taken care of. We'll let that glue set up. Set that out of the way. Try not to unattach the... In fact, I think I'm going to set it to the side. Next, we have to take this bogey off. Oh, I see they have something there to torture us, so that makes it hard to get it off. But we will not be dissuaded. I will take the bogey off and I'll be right back. But now this is the top and we have to put some pickups on there. The leads that they supply on the LEDs are long enough that I can use half for the LED to the circuit board, and the other half I can use from the circuit board to the pickups on the bogey. So I'm going to cut it in half, and this fine wire, it will work great for what I need to use it for. It's much easier to solder the lead to the pickup before you mount it than it is to try to do it after you mount it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to connect one of the leads to this pickup and the other lead to the other one. And when I get those soldered on there, I'll be back. I soldered my little wire to my pickup, and now I have to attach the pickup to the bogey so that it will slide along the wheels. Not the neatest job I've ever done, but it'll work. If you're not sure whether it's making contact with the wheel, one way to test is to get your multimeter and check for continuity. And I'll do that. There's my multimeter and I have it set for continuity. If it makes contact, it makes a tone. So I'm going to put the clip on one end. I'll be right back. Okay, I've connected my meter to the red wire and it's over here on this side. So I have contact with that wheel and I have contact with that wheel. So it's going to conduct electricity from the wheels up through that wire. Let's check the other one. No continuity there. But we have continuity on the other side, so I need to adjust this wiper so that it makes better contact. I'll do that and we'll check it again. See if we got it this time. I would say we've got it. So we've got good contact for all four wheels. Let me say a word about this multimeter, or any multimeter. I've had several over the years. They are handy dandy tools. They save so much time and they solve so many problems for voltage checking and continuity testing. I don't use the amp function, and I don't use the resistance function very often. But for continuity and voltage, to see if there's a voltage present, for instance, when you're wiring up LEDs or turnout motors or whatever, and continuity, it's invaluable. I think I will mount the lamp about right there. Here's a trick I've learned. If you put a little of the accelerator where you want to put the item that you're gluing on, just put a little accelerator right there. Then put the glue on the other piece. Probably can't see this, but anyway, I'm putting a little bit of glue on the bottom of my lamp. And now I'm going to be very careful when I touch it because it's going to stick immediately. That's a little trick I've learned along the way. It just makes life easier if things stick when you touch them. Well, it can be a problem if it sticks and it's not in the right place, though. I gotta say that can be an issue. Okay, now we have to decide how we're going to manage this wire. And honestly, if I paint it black, I don't think anybody will see it. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to tuck it around and tuck it up inside this, where I have the cavity opened out. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is not glue, but solder the LED leads to the circuit board from Illuminated models. Okay, I have reinstalled the bogey. So now I need to connect the circuit board to the wheels. So I need to solder those two to the other end of the circuit board. Okay, soldered on. At this point, let's test it. I'll take it over to the track. I'll bring you with me, and I'll turn on the train track, or turn on the system, and we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't, then we'll have to figure out why. But anyway, we'll go see if it works. Will it work? Ah, look at that. I love it when a plan comes together. We'll move back over to the bench. Is that in focus? Not really. There are instructions that come with the kit. And if you decide to do this and you buy the kit, I recommend that you read these carefully. And don't be alarmed if Illuminated models is kind of slow, because sometimes they're quick and sometimes they're very slow. I think it's one guy, trying to run the business and do the whole thing. So it, be patient. Unlike me, I'm not very patient at times. There's really no reason for you to sit there and watch me battle with this, so I will get those stuffed in there, and I'll glue it back down to the chassis, to the spine, and I'll be back. I put a weight on there to hold it down while the glue sets up. I didn't use any accelerator. Hard place to get to anyway. I'm going to use a dab of Humbrol flat black. I don't think it has a number on it. Well, it's Humbrol rail color. I don't want to dump it out on my hand. And it's RC401. I like this as a black, flat black paint because it is so dense. When I'm using the airbrush, of course, you already know I use Tamiya, or Tamiya. But for hiding things, there's just nothing quite like this Humbrol stuff. So I'm, without getting paint everywhere, just going to paint a little on that wire to hide the red. And that's essentially all that you'll be able to see, unless you turned it over and looked at the wires where I've stuffed them up inside. As soon as this glue sets up, we'll go put it on the track and give it a run, see what it looks like.